A very good afternoon to you, our viewers. You're welcome to another wonderful episode of the Roundtable, the very last one for the month of September. Indeed, it has been a September to remember. My name is Shegun Odunwayo. What exactly do we do on this show? We present three major topics. We analyze them, we dissect them, and we give you the facts. Yes, we present the facts to you, our viewers. I don't do this alone, or should I say the presenter never does this alone. We have two amazing guests in the studio, and together we'll be looking at these matters that we're bringing before you from all lenses. I have to my very left, Daniel Anyotoye.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it feels good to have you.
You're looking good.
Same as you as well. And to my very right, I have Mr. Adekunle Aliu, a regular, a man whose opinion these days seems to be moving towards the other side after he has seen a little bit of
I appreciate
Tinubu'S.
I appreciate our viewers.
All right, it's time for us to dig into this matter. Our very number one topic for this day is the trending story that came about some hours ago, less than 48 hours ago, of Idris Okuneye, popularly known as Bobrisky. Remember, he was sentenced to jail not too long ago, and he came out of jail, he was celebrated, and all of that. But let me go to the meat of the matter. A social media influencer came out yesterday to talk about the fact that, according to him,
very dark.
Bobrisky never went to jail. I mean, according to what VDM said, he was not in prison. He was in what you use now, more like
VIP.
a home, a VIP center, just enjoying himself. And voice notes, you know, social media wise, have started breaking out. And not only the social media influencers say that, he equally accused Mr. Femi Falano, SAN, and his son, the popular Falz, Folarin Falano, of being involved in the whole process that has landed some individuals in murky waters. Of course, it was going to make news because many persons were involved. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has come out to order a probe. EFCC themselves are getting involved, and it's really becoming messy. Of course, a counter letter has been written by the lawyers of the social media influencer, Very Dark Man himself, and it looks like a meeting of lawyers, right, left, and center. But the most important thing about this matter is that a critical part of our society is being torn apart in very recent time. I think I'm going to start with Daniel Anyotoye. You know, this is supposed to be a judicial matter, a sacred topic, and people are just getting messed up like on third road right now. What's going on in this matter? Is it true? From what Falz wrote, though, it looks like there's a possibility that what VDM said was true, because he said Bobrisky called him and some monies were discussed and all that.
Yeah, I will start by saying that I'm happy that the minister had, in fact, took a proactive step to say, yes, there should be a probe. But the other part is that I'm not surprised that this allegation came out. If you recall, when Bobrisky was released, he was seen moving up and down, taking pictures, doing videos, and doing all the... There was no specific kind of show of remorse that have gone through a process of correctional, as it should be, correctional service within that sphere of understanding. So, yes, these are allegations, and of course, until proven guilty, you cannot ascertain. So, but for my opinion, I believe strongly that something is definitely wrong. Of course, you will know that in this our country, we have had series of issues regarding the correctional center and a lot of things that is happening there, this special center and all that. Although it's not wrong to have a VIP treatment, whatsoever thing
that's where I'm coming to.
Yes.
Are we meant to have a VIP treatment in jail?
Yes, yes, and I will tell you why it is very important to have such. If you remember the this particular police inspector, is he Inspector Abba Kyari, when his particular case came up and all that, and he was taken to jail. Just imagine if somebody like that is placed or put among the criminals who he has sent to jail. You know, definitely he's not going to survive there. And we are not taking these persons to the correctional center for them to be killed. That is one. Secondly, Bobrisky is a transgender who you cannot determine if he's going to.
Is he transgender?
Is it transgender? Cross-dresser. He's a cross-dresser. Yes. He confirmed at the court that he was a man. I beg your pardon. He confirmed that he was a man. So he's a cross-dresser as far as we are concerned. But the position remains. What I'm trying to say is that if you take such person that is a cross-dresser, you can't imagine the level of either damage that is going to make between the male, or you put him in the female aspect, the kind of issues that will happen there. Then aside from that, there are a lot of persons within that context of prison, and the purpose of why they were sent to prison differs. Bobrisky was sent on a civil matter that has to do with him sharing whatever spraying naira. But we have people who are killers, who are criminals, who have killed, I mean really killed, who are criminals in the same jail. If you put these persons together, then you know what the situation might be. So yes, it is very important that we have a section that is made for VIPs. You can't for sure, if you are going to jail as a president, for example now, a president of this country, you are going to jail him now, send him to the prison of the governors that have done, and you decide to put them together with the criminals.
So very quickly, let me stay with you. If we are doing this, that means there are big thieves and small thieves.
Yes. Let me clarify. Yes, there are. Okay. Yes, people do say thief is thief, but I will tell you that there are big thieves and there are small thieves. You won't compare a young person of maybe 18 who was just hungry and went somewhere and steal bread and they send him to prison. Compare him with somebody that went that burst into somebody's house with a gang of thieves, kill like the of a robbery. You understand? Compare that to how they massacred, they killed a lot of persons, to somebody that went to just somewhere, and you now put these people together. Tell me at the end of the day, if that one that went to the prison, I'm coming, please. I'm coming.
I really want to understand.
You understand? Yes, you know, jail these persons. I'm coming. You know, jail these persons together, and when you now do that, you know, at the end of the day, that young person, and that is the reason why we have this issue of increase in crime, because some of these persons are not really going to the prison to be rehabilitated. They go there to make more connect, more trouble, more connect. So such young persons, you take him to the prison and he mix up with these big robbers, they will train him on how to become a better robber. And by the time his time in the jail elapses, he comes back to the society and becomes worse. You understand? So we need to separate it. Overseas,
so supporting the fact that it looks like Bobrisky was not entirely in jail. That jail setting.
See,
support that
two things are involved in that matter. One aspect is that there is a corruption allegation within that process.
Yes.
See, listen, if something is a law or there are a particular issue and you legalize it, okay, and you say, okay, we have VIP, you make the public know that it is legal to have VIP section, and you now say this is the process of achieving that VIP. It's different. It's different from. I'm coming.
So that we don't.
It will be.
I'll come to you in a jiffy. Yeah. Just.
If you have that such situation and everybody is aware and this is the process, it's different from when somebody is now saying he's paying so amount. So if you are going to make it this, let it be whatever free process. But you are bribing somebody, that is the problem.
If there's the opportunity of big boy jail, small boy jail, that means any small boy who feels I don't want to stay in a small boy jail, you are putting the opportunity there for bribery to happen.
You can't. No, they won't. See, that's what I'm saying. Don't get it wrong. It shouldn't be. Are you paying for the one that they are? Hold on.
No, they are probably paying for the big one. For the.
That's what I'm saying. They are not supposed to. There's not supposed to be. That is why I said if it's legalized, there's not supposed to be the process of exchange of money. Now, the court that determines that this person should go to jail will be the same court that will determine the prospect of the jail of this person. Don't forget that the court also determine if you are going to send this person to Kuje.
Yes.
Yes, now that's that's it. They should determine it.
As you come to Mr. Liu now he's saying there should be exclusive jails. By exclusive jails, I mean jails where you are not with thousands of people. and jails where you can press your phone, pay the house, because people have come out to say after what happened yesterday that hey, many persons that they know have been in exclusive jail, so it's not even like it's the first time. We did a story for a guy who was chatting with us from jail.
So,
and this was a popular jail.
So we don't know how these jail structures are in this country. So I would not want to dabble into it because I'm trying to think. Are we saying a man who commit crime and a man who steal 10 naira and a man who steal 20 naira should go to jail?
There should be a difference.
I think I beg to differ that look, there's no difference. It's just that when you get in, there are different sections of this prison. When we say different sections, like okay, the condemned, the maximum, those ones who are going to spend 10, 20 years, maybe they are different. Those who are not going to change, maybe they are different because we all go to these prisons to do some kind of evangelism and so on and so forth. So you see all of them there in the same prison, the same different kind of cells and so on. Where Obasanjo had stayed when he was in prison, where others are, they are all the same thing. There's no difference. But sections are different. Those who are condemned, those who have light sentence and so on, they are different sections. It's the same jail. But when you now say, okay, somebody has a VIP section in itself. Yes. Now, as I was saying, I know that for sure. Because we've had the like of the Obasanjos in prison once, we've had the likes of some big guys in Kalu in prison once, they may have influenced some process. They may have influenced some process in the prison whereby, okay, where I am being kept, I want to make it comfortable for me. Having said that again, the prison officials, so because of corruption, may have also decided to look, okay, let's make some places comfortable for these big guys that will come here anytime, and they will pay. So, I still think maybe they should make this thing public. Look at how our prisons are. See, that's why I like sometimes I like the Western world. Yeah.
Some people will now say, no, this is me you put in this nonsense. Please put me here.
You do the crime, you do the time.
Where? In a big boy lounge?
So when you get there, because we don't know how this is are, we are all just circumspect, we are guessing. I don't like guessing. Agree that it needs to be divided in different sections, but it shouldn't be that, look, a poor man commits a crime that's because his father is not rich, he must stay here. No, because his father is rich, the same crime, he must stay here. No, that shouldn't be.
So it looks like there's no equality anywhere.
There should be equality, that's what I'm saying. Everybody goes to the prison, but when you get in there, there are different, there are departments, there are sections, there are those who are hardened criminals who will not change, they will be kept separately. Like those who are on death row, they will be kept separate. So that don't threaten others. But again, those who steal bread, you now put him with those who steal billions of naira. It's the same prison. But again, you have department and say, okay, how are you going to measure it? We don't know all this. And I don't want to begin to throw it and say what I don't know. But
it's clear that all animals are obviously not equal.
No. Is it possible for us to be equal?
Okay. Can I ask the question? Why do we have house arrest?
So house arrest.
So I'm coming.
So house arrest. You are in your house.
I'm coming.
They are arresting you. Or there is a place you are being kept under house arrest, under watchful house. Now that's house arrest, not prison.
There is circumstances attached.
So when you are condemning
somebody else arrest
in the law court to go to the prison, are you going to be taken to a house? To an apartment, to a VIP lodge, house arrest? No, you'll be taken to the prison. They will say Kuje prison. Yes. Remand him in what Kirikiri maximum prison or Kirikiri minimum prison or whatever. But you are going to the prison. Now in the prison, if they have a VIP section for the Obasanjo,
that is what we are saying.
No, hold on.
You are not building a separate prison for VIP.
That's me wrong. It's the same cell. The VIP,
you can't put them together in the same cell. That's what I'm saying.
This matter broke yesterday. It was important and it was pertinent and very necessary to get the opinion of lawyers and say, you guys are the big guys when it comes to this particular matter. You are the experts. And then a couple of lawyers confirmed that indeed there are things we call VIP centers in jails. He said, yes, that is not news. There are VIP centers. Not one lawyer, not two lawyers clarified that there are indeed VIP centers. But however, from that discussion, it looked like it was not a VIP center, but more like Bobrisky was being kept in another home somewhere. So they needed clarification from the people that brought this out.
Let me say it like this.
Was it the VIP section, which they seem to know about? By they, I'm referring to the lawyers now that I interacted with, because they said they know that they are VIP areas. Yes. I mean, I didn't know. the journalists should know a little about everything, but I did not know as of yesterday that they are VIP areas. That are legally, when I mean that I don't, I mean that are legally allowed. You know, the belief is that you can probably pay your way through, not that you are constitutionally allowed because of your status in public to have some privacy. So now that we now know this is the problem, does it mean it has been in existence for long, where palms have been greased?
See, now it's a prison, isn't it? You are in Kirikiri maximum prison. Now in Kirikiri maximum prison, you create a special place for this Buhari in prison. So when they are in prison like that during the military era, so they have. I'm not saying they make these places comfortable for themselves. Now you can't
but
bring.
It's not legal, is it?
Now.
Is it you know, like I said, something that's not legal, but you are used to it.
Permissible is allowed.
Yes.
Now, in this case, now we are discussing that is Bobrisky in cell or in prison, or was he outside the prison? So we need that clarification. So if he's outside the prison, not in the prison, they're against the law. It's supposed to be in the prison. Now, if it's in the prison and you now have a place cut for him, you bring him to the prison now. Knowing my Nigerian factor. You take a rich man's son to the prison. He's able to bribe his way to get in a TV, to get in a special potty for pooing, to get in everything special for him. It makes that place his own way, comfort for himself. We need to make this. I think it's high time we have a good documentary. I think is now calling even that, okay, we need to go and see how is our prison operation. How is it operating? We need to know.
It's fantastic what is in the public domain so far. I mean, obviously, the minister, Olubumi Tunji has called for a probe. EFCC themselves have called for a probe.
Even the senators now said they want to look into it now.
You know, that's Nigerian style. Everybody now starts probing. So, Fowles himself, his lawyers have written, Very Dark Man's lawyers have written. You know, we just hope that Nigeria does not happen to this case, because many times.
Let me shock you now. Even the
Very
Dark Man.
We are just trying to move away from
this. I'm not wanting to. I want us to move away, but the Very Dark Man has to say that he has more proof to bring up.
Yes, yes.
So there's mucky. There's so much more going to be seen.
We just hope that we get to the root of this matter and eventually know what is really going on, because this is the judiciary being dragged in the mud, especially on the day when the new CJN was being sworn in. I mean, it's just an irony that on the day Justice Kekere was being, the Senate just told her to take a bow, and she spoke there at the Senate and all that. Was the same day something as heavy as this was happening and bringing a smear on the Nigerian judiciary. Very quickly, we move on to the next topic. Presidency has come out to say that very soon there's going to be a cabinet shake-up. We have 46 ministers, that's no news. Also, the Mr. Bayo Onanuga, an aide to the president, came out to say that, hey, the ministers have been told to go on air, go on television, go online, go on TV, speak to us journalists, and let the public know what they are doing. It looks like some of them are shy. In his words, that the people are shy. And that shake-up was likely to happen. He said he didn't even know it would probably be before October 1st and all that. And my sources in the presidency have been telling me so person is going, so person is likely to be moved to another ministry. This particular lady, she's going to be kicked out. I can authoritatively confirm to you. You know, sources personally, other things are also flying out there. But I think I want to start with Daniel this time around. If they ask you, what ministers should, before you close your eyes, let them leave. And what ministers do you think, oh, perfect, these guys are doing a great job. This one should be kept. This one should stay.
Well, I'm not going to say that categorically. It's the person that appointed them.
He's also a minister.
Yeah,
the president is equally a minister.
He's also, a lot of persons. Yeah. People have called for that already. That the president should not also be the minister.
Looking at what is on ground.
Yes, but I'm expecting a kind of a thorough shake-up if we are going to get it right in this country. And for me, I believe strongly that the president should look into the ministries that have not really given results. Okay, when I mean results, I mean results concrete results that will show that yes, there are some ministry I wouldn't want to be mentioned that are dormant, and yes, we don't know what they are doing. You will not even go through the news. You will not hear anything about some of these ministries. So, and two things I would also. Secondly, I will also say that there are some ministries that should just be cut out. You know, we are talking about reduction in cost of governance. And here we are having 48 ministries? 46 ministries, sorry. We have 46 ministries and all the ministries are not functioning.
All?
No, some of the ministries are not functioning.
Optimally. Yes,
optimally. So, yes.
They say optimally.
Because the functioning has to do with results, result-oriented. Nigerians are suffering. And so what is the result? What are we saying? So we are not saying it should be scrapped, but some should be scrapped. You understand? Some should
really be merged?
Yeah. Of course, definitely. We know that the Ogase's report is there. There should be a review. They say, yes, he said it. So this is the time to look at that that report, bring it closer, know what to do about some of these ministries, put some of these ministers back to their whatever private business that they were doing before. They should go back and rest. You understand?
Okay.
So that's just.
I think I'll throw the same question to you. Shake-up is coming. So says the presidency. What ministers do you think, don't chase this guy away now, this guy is trying? And what ministers do you think, so were you a minister before? We didn't know.
I've tried to ask myself that question over and over, and I said, am I the one that gave them?
No, we are just using
the yardstick to work.
Lens.
Because if I even my lens would not see appropriately the yardstick. What do I want this ministry
because
to do?
You didn't give them any goal.
What are their bottlenecks too? I don't know. So if I begin to say, okay, make me a minister now, and I'm not giving fund, or the people under me are not cooperating, so I will not. You will just be looking at me from behind. You don't know what I'm facing. But having said that, I think the president should look at what are his targets. What would he have expected them to have done up to now that they have not done? Hence, you ask them to go based on this. Because you give them the mandate, you give them the position, you give them the portfolio. You also give them what the yardstick and what to do. So if they're not doing it, let them go. But let's look at the Ministry of maybe Youth and Sport, or maybe Sports.
The sports minister.
The sports minister.
John Eno.
How effective? Yes, how effective in the last 1 year. I'm not talking about winning World Cups. I'm not talking about going to Olympic. I'm talking about the grassroots development of sports. How effective has he been able to came second where?
The African Cup of
I'm not talking about Super Eagles coming second.
Olympics, he didn't win anything.
Okay,
so he went for
So
Paralympics.
how are we planning to develop grassroots sports? See, it has to be. There's a lot of money to be made in sports, which is very latent in this country. So we need to do a lot.
The president resigned and said that he did not receive funding. Daniel Gali has resigned and he said no funding.
Oh, for the Wrestling Federation. So you see what I'm saying now. If the guy can resign and say he's not, so I don't know what the minister. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If I'm just suggesting, I'm just saying the minister of sport needs to look at himself very well. Also, the minister of youth in herself too. So what? Oh my God, my sister. So what exactly is she also doing?
Jamil,
because the youth need to feel your presence as a minister. It means you need to. I need to know you. See your impact. We've
seen more of a deputy. The minister of
state.
So
again, why I'm saying all this, you still also in the ministerial position. Sometimes you need like 2 years to really understand what you want to do or what you're going to do to have impact. Some are lucky. The minute they get there, they hit the ground rolling. Some you need to fight the walls.
What's your opinion about the FCT minister? Has he not done too many press conferences?
That is a fantastic man with all his baggages, but also getting to do his job well.
Oh, he's not doing his job well.
He's doing his job well.
He should go?
No. He can't go.
He shouldn't go.
He can't go. That guy is working.
Oh, he's working.
Yeah.
Let me quickly come to the Minister of Defense for State. Minister of State for Defense, the man that has been accused by his governor of sponsoring banditry. I'm talking about another person, but former governor Matawale. What do you have to say about him? My
question that we use to answer that question first is that why do we have situations whereby some people will be accused and immediately they will be suspended?
Okay.
Then others will be accused of something. The president will put it.
Are you referring to better edu?
Yes.
Listen, once there is an accusation that is valid,
you accuse yourself.
As the president, the first thing you should do is first suspend them.
So you said
sorry.
You said valid. So if this one is just political gimmick,
exactly. What if political enemies
should he be suspended? Saying,
I'm against Daniel Ayontoye. Say no to Daniel Ayontoye. So we suspend him. Say no to Shegun Dayo. They keep suspending. What is that?
Hold on. Before suspension, you have heard from series of persons raising the same allegation. So yours as the president, you are not that blind You have also seen what is happening. You know where these things is coming from. You are also a student of history. You understand? These things are the things you would check in.
The president is not being fair.
Listen, aside from even being fair, the reality remains that what I am saying is that the president would have studied this situation and now say, come, you are having this accusation on you. First, relax.
Please include the NSA too. Should be part of this.
I am saying cut across. Cut across.
This
If you now do the necessary suspension, you will do your findings.
Yeah.
If you now find out, the president has that power to have private investigators.
Yes.
To say, investigate into this matter. If they bring the findings and they see that this person is accomplice, you now say, well, you can't continue. Appoint another person. That's all.
Take for instance now.
Then you put him to the court. He goes to the court.
Mrs. Lola Ade John.
What position is that? What's she doing?
Okay. What other means? I mean, I'm just trying to see. What's the minister of I just met him.
Maybe they should take Elekri Nokobori, the one for refinery.
Refinery, no, for oil and I mean the president
for not making a refinery to work.
No, the president is the minister of what's his
so
name?
he is the deputy.
He's the deputy.
Okay, they should sack themselves.
Oh, so they should go.
They should go.
Somebody said the Bande minister, something should happen. What's his name? The man from Oyo State.
Well, I will not support that. I will not support he should because for me, I believe.
You think he's doing a good job?
I believe he has that capacity for that office. And why am I saying that? Is that
people are protesting on the street of.
See, we have seen situations whereby people will protest even more than that. You will not see the minister.
You just said if they are protesting.
You know, hold on.
I'm coming. They are accusing you.
Accusation. Hold on. Accusation. I'm coming. Okay. Accusation on criminal issue is different
so now
from.
The word.
Hold on. It's different from complaints about a policy, and this policy is not just the minister's policy. It's the policy of the federal government, and if the federal government does not approve it, it will not be implemented. So that is presidency's issue. But we are talking about somebody that was accused. He was accused. It's not that they say the federal government. So
it was alleged to.
Yes.
His governor alleged.
It's two different things.
And he also
counter. So they should, both of them should explain to Nigerians. So the reality, what is it called? My position on this is that let's whosoever needs to be removed. And don't let us forget that this will not be hard to do because the president at the point in time set up this federal commission that would monitor the activities. So I believe they will be able to do justice.
What of the Minister of Interior? I'll still come to you. Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo. Should we go?
Olubunmi is fantastic. Let's be fair to him. Do some of this fantastic we are talking about is when you come to the media and show forth. Some ministers are working on the ground, they are not coming to like the president said, some of them are shy, they are not talking, they are not publicizing it, but he can see their work.
So you shouldn't go, you should stay.
If I'm the president, he will stay.
All right. Former governor of Osun State, Marine Minister, Gbega Itola, go or stay if it was you that was president?
Well, if I'm the president, the reality remains that I will say, go.
Why?
What is marine?
What are you? Tell me what we have what we have been able to marinize in the country. So please, we have a lot of issues.
It's a blue economy. No. So, you know, it's new to us.
Yes,
but it's also a very big money-making venture.
So how well have we been able to impact the economy in the last 1 year?
No. See, if NIMASA can operate in that...
Well, if I'm the president, I will have my fact before removing him. So when I put the plus and minus together, bros, how much have you bring into the coffers of the federal government? And how much have you expended? How much have you expended? And that is also one other thing. Some of these persons, these ministers, they are consumers, not producers, or what do we call it? And the more you consume, then you leave a problem in the economy. So how well are you doing with that?
All right, Health Minister, Professor.
Why are you doing this to me?
Look, I'm moving around.
If I knew you'd be calling them one after the other.
Because you guys didn't just want to see anything. You are being diplomatic, but I mean, these are guys that we write about.
So you ask me now, what has the health minister done for me now?
No,
Has it made my health issue easier?
No, the health
has it made the drug cheap for me? Has it made my hospital bill easier for me? What has it done for me? So I will be looking at that from that angle. I say, okay, man, Mr. Man, good. You have not helped the people. These things are not working. Whatever your policies, they talk about waiver for drugs. I've not seen it. Those who have diabetes, you know how much they are paying to buy such drugs now. Those who have cancer, you know what they are paying. So I've not seen anything in the space of this 1.5 or 2 years.
Right.
So, Mr. Man, please, can you go?
If the president has people and he's trying to get last minute opinions about some of his ministers, you just heard from our guest on the show. I mean, I think I threw about 6 or 7 ministers to them for them to x-ray, and Mr. President and people in the presidency, you heard from our analysts in the house, and perhaps you can also hear from more of the Nigerian people via other means of getting public opinion. Very quickly, we move to the last topic for the day. We were here last week Thursday, and one of the major topics for last week Thursday was the Edo election. On Saturday, we were here to give you live updates about everything that concerned that particular election. Well, the election has come and gone, and Senator Monday Okpebolo, then candidate of the APC, is now governor-elect of Edo State. Over 2 million persons were registered to vote in Edo State, but at the end of the day, there was voter apathy. But in all, there were still a couple of thousand votes between the man who came first, Senator Monday Okpebolo, and the man who came second, candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Asue Ighodalo. I think I will be starting with you this time around, Mr. Liu. We were here Thursday, Saturday, talking, but the people of Edo State eventually went to the polls to do the talking. Let's x-ray that election very quickly. Of course, people that didn't win the election have come out to say there were allegations of there was no violence, but everybody's talking about vote buying. And we saw for the first time in a long time a governor go to the coalition center. You know, a lot of dancing, a lot of counter-attacks and attacks. Of course, Mr. Lumide Apata, the most recent person to talk about the election, and he said his party members were bots. They sold their conscience and a lot of other things. What's your opinion overall? The
election has come and gone. The winner has been announced. Let's go to court. Anything you are saying now, get your facts. There's nothing we're going to say that will work for you. Get your facts ready and go to court. That's the next step. The judiciary will have to educate on the issue. But do you think the process was smooth? By and large, yes, it was a fair process. It was a fair process. See, we are getting better. I keep saying every day we are getting better. You know, I said vote buying is also reducing. We are getting better by the day. Is vote buying reducing? You will see 1 or 2 because we were able to review. Yeah, but it's reducing. You will see 1 or 2, but it's going down. You saw the EFCC what they did, how they arrested. So it's going down. It's not going to be like that in the next 10 years. It's not going to be. It's it's a fashionable thing again. You're like, Mr. Man, go and do your who wants money from? Do something else. So perhaps there will be high wire votes buying. But for crisis, it was minimal too. Yes. So it's a fair vote. It's a fair. The other people should be happy that look, they are able to get to this level of a good election. PDP won in 2 senatorial districts, the Central and South, while the APC won in just Edo North. But somehow the margin was enough to take the candidate of the APC over the line. Violence was quite reduced. Vote buying looks like the major thing everybody have been talking about. What's your opinion about vote buying? Reports have it that APC bought, PDP bought, and some people said it was only LP that didn't buy, and probably that's why it got a very low number of votes, compared to the other guys. What's your opinion? Yeah, I will start from the fact that, or from my opinion, that I don't think vote buying has reduced. Okay. Yes, I think we have only been able to be more strategic in our process of buying and selling votes. Wow. Yes, strategic in the sense that the more technology advances every day, criminals also advance their own process of using technology and using all the process to buy and sell votes. Now, if you look at the election, I monitored the election from the newsroom, and you will see that virtually everywhere you will not hear that maybe they are selling votes somewhere, but you will definitely hear that some persons have been arrested. Right? You will not see from the video, from the clips and everything, you will not see where people are really buying and sharing the money. You will not see.
You will not see. So people are not.
But
There is no strategy.
now, we used to have enough videos evidence.
That is
a lot.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying.
I think it's right that we didn't really
down.
see.
Yeah,
We didn't see.
You didn't see much. It's only accusation. People are saying.
We didn't
That's
see
what I'm saying,
anybody
it's
virtually
down.
selling, you know.
Agreed, you say maybe they have transferred money. That's why cashless processes.
Cashless
But
buying.
again, it's reducing. Very soon, the cashless thing will not work again.
Okay.
I want to ask.
All right.
I want to ask.
No, just go on. Just go on.
That if we say vote buying has reduced, is it that vote buying has reduced, or we have now developed more process of buying and selling votes? Now, this is it.
I think it's big.
That you don't see it does not mean it has reduced.
Agree.
That's what we are saying.
Okay.
What's played out in Edo State, forget it. You have a sitting governor. Forget the fact that there were issues even around his relationship with people, which of course that also played against him. But the reality remains that, you know, I said the last time that APC will do everything possible. The fact that we also have the presidency as APC, we do everything possible ahead 2027 to make sure that they don't lose Edo State ahead 2027. So that's just the reality. A lot of things played out. I will not be surprised to see the three persons by vote, but the level of vote, I mean the three party participated in vote buying and selling. I will not be surprised if they do.
No.
I'm not saying they did, but I will not be surprised if they do. Now this is it. The level of the purchase is what would have determined to a very great extent.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you, even if Mr. A brings money to you, take, vote for party XYZ, and that person collects, was that enough to determine that person selling his own votes?
Now, I want to say that vote buying does not always stop at the point of giving the voter
Money.
incentive to vote. Have you thought about the other aspect where some persons who are at the position of authority would have also been given some certain amount to compromise the process? Have you thought about that? So, and this thing we are saying is about you are talking about bail bags of money that persons will be influenced with. So if you do not see the person on the street, see, this is Nigeria, my brother. I don't need to say.
Let me throw this question to you. I remember asking you on Saturday if the influence or the fact that Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party won the election about a year ago would have any positives on his party's gubernatorial candidate this time around, Mr. Olumide Akpata. But now we have results and it's a far cry.
Yeah.
So what do you think happened? How did a state where over 90,000, Labour Party won with over 90,000 last year, despite the fact that they said PDP bought votes last year, they said APC bought votes last year, but somehow people were able to vote with over 90,000 votes for the Labour Party. What changed in 1 year?
So what or who is Akpata before the election in Edo? How has he been able to romance the people of Edo? Recall the Aso Ighodalo with the governor, that's a good romance. Recall the Monday Okwebolo with as a senator or as a House of Rep member, and you hear as he's a senator, and you hear his story of how he impacts people. So how is Akpata grassroots enough? It's not about a Labour Party. Labour Party momentum will roll for a while, but if you don't have the grassroots for the momentum, I have a cousin who left APC and joined the Labour Party in my state, and I told him while he was doing it, I said, bros, you will fail.
Why?
Because this is a momentum, it will not carry you that far. It's just a rolling stone, it will not gather more. It will just go for a while for you because people are shouting that. It won't take you to that place. See, you study your ground. So I think Akpata was good to have taken Labour Party, but what is his relationship with the people? That didn't work for him. Now it shows that, look, you don't have a good grassroots relationship with the Edo people. Look at the election margin. Look at the margin. It's so big, so wide. It's not about the party. It's about your relationship with these people. Are you really affecting their life? Are they talking about you? You know, I told you that I said, anytime you hear one cry, that cry, go and look. What cry were we hearing about him in his local certain.
He lost his polling unit to the PDP.
So your local certain. So you must be that person. So if you don't have that, if APC had brought in Akpata, and Akpata would have lost based on the fact that people will vote. But based on other facts, maybe you win. But based on the fact that look, the people don't like you like yourself, or the people don't like you because you are coming from Peter Obi rather, or because you're coming from Labour Party. No, it is you. What have you done to the people? What has the people? Have they feel your relationship? What's the relationship you have with them? So if you don't have a good relationship, you can't win an election.
All right.
Even if you are going to rig, you still must have a good relationship. Now, if it's missing, you won't rig successfully.
All right. Politics 101 there from Mr. Adekunle Ayu, you know, teaching you how to follow momentum and all that. I think he has the empirical theories to back that up. But anyway, he has given his opinion. It's about time we draw the curtain on the show for this day, and of course this month. The next time we'll be seeing, you'll be seeing our faces again and be hearing from you is going to be in the month of October, the 10th month of the year 2024. A very thank you to my guests, Mr. Daniel Ayotwe and Mr. Adekunle Ayu, for allowing us tap into their bank of wisdom. Thank you very much for being a part of this show. Like I always say, if we don't have you at that end, we definitely won't be here, because we are here because you are there. Thank you very much for being a part of this package. The weekend begins tomorrow, Friday. Don't be weekend by the weekend. Stay out of trouble. God bless you.